Alright, so let's build an ARP harp. I don't know if any of you actually looked at the other video, but in one of them I call a random music ARP harp. And we are going to start building what I have there. It's going to take a couple of lessons. Alright, so we start with an arpeggiator, and I've already got a couple of monitors in here and a piano on a channel strip with all of the check boxes unchecked so it's small and doesn't take up room. Now let's go get a fader, and we're going to come down and get a text fader. Now if we take a look at the arpeggiator, we see all the parameters right here. As a matter of fact, I want to change one. Let's put a bird in there. I like that nice bright red. Now notice I've already got it dropped in over here to change the icon over there too. So let's call this one direction, because that's the first parameter in the arpeggiator right there, direction. So and I've already named this in direction, so I'll just plug that in. And now if we change it, notice that volume changes. That's because it's set to number 7, which is always volume, and like pan is 10. So now if we look at all the parameters here, most of them make sense. Direction, okay, yeah, sure, up, down, or whatever. Velocity, key limit, upper and lower. Resolution. All of this makes sense except for maybe controller base. I mean, that sounds like a rocket ship expedition, right? So this is actually the one we want, of course. Now if we come over and look at, yeah, sure, this one. Now a lot of these have something in them like data MSB, which is most significant byte. Some of them, like here, it says control 20 to control 31. So those are blank. So I'm just going to pick number 20, the first blank one. And if you look in here, this is all it said, I think, in the manual for, they always tell you to read the manual. This is what it says. All 10 parameters of the arpeggiator object can be remote controlled with MIDI continuous controller events. Controller base parameter determines the controller number for the first parameter, which is direction. The other parameters will be controlled by subsequent controller numbers. And this is just as if it's off, it's off. So let's come over here, and I've got it set to 20 because that's where it needs to be now, right? We just said this is 20, and we have to move that one up there. So set arpeggiator 20 to 20 and direction to 20. And now if we watch up here, it's sending out data, but nothing. Alright, let's start at the bottom. Whoops, that comes later. Still nothing. Alright, let's try something else. Move it 1. Aha! There we go. Now if you look here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 values. Or if you count like computer people do, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if we come over here and set the range to 0, space 6, and then come back here, we will find out that now we are moving exactly through the various, well, sure, we're getting all of the various directions available to us. So if we come up in here and get another fader, let's just do the same thing. I should have gotten it as a text anyway, sorry. Alright, so now this one, the next parameter, if we look here, is velocity. Now let's check. It's got random, original, and it goes all the way up to 127. So we can leave this one from that range there. That looks good. We'll put this in here. Now remember to set the parameter to the next one. We have 20, now the next one's 21. Alright, so yep, it says 124 here and 124 there, and it updates each time. Now it says random and original. So let's, there's a way to name things. So if we come here and double click in the box there, in the fader box, we get this. Now, as it happens, I have made a list here of the parameters for this first one, so I'm just going to come over and copy it right out of my spreadsheet there, and then we open this up. Now we look. Now we could type them in one by doing that, but this way we come over here and say paste names, and there they are. So now if we come over here, well, look at that. Let's see, all random. Now, it says 6 here because I didn't put all in there because I found that it really interferes sometimes. It just sends out one complete chord rather than arpeggiating it. So I tend to disable it in here. But it's still showing up as a blank. So to take care of that, we set the range down 1. So 0 to 5, and now it will only go up to random. You can still get all over here if you want to override it, but this way it limits something that gives you some bad results sometimes. Alright, so this one, it's time to name it, so we come in here. Now the first one is random, the second one is original, whoops, and the rest are exactly what they are, the numbers. So if we look over here, we're updating, and then if we come all the way back down, we get random and original. So I'm going to break it off right there. The next step is to bring in the rest of the parameters here. One caution, and I'll say this once and let you work it out yourself. If this is 20, direction is 20, velocity is 21, key limit lower is 22, key limit upper is 23, resolution is 24, length 25, this is 26, 27, 28, 29, and controller base will be 30. So don't let that confuse you. So I'll come back with the second part of this as soon as I get it made, and see you then. Thanks. Bye.